Boston.
The sweater.
Do you have the information on that? Because
I do.
Okay, cool.
Think it's live?
Is it live? Are we live?
Hello! Welcome to the floor of... Where's it happening? No, where's the...
Heinz Convention
Heinz
Center
Convention Center.
in Boston.
Which one is that? That's one in back there, right?
Actually, I don't know. This will be the first time I've gone to it.
Okay.
So
Not at the Boston Events and Convention. Not at the same place at PAX.
correct.
East was at a different convention center.
This one, I believe, is more west
Okay.
of that convention center.
Yes. So not the other one that's like kind of close to the coast. This one's a little further back.
Yeah, not by much, but a little bit. Yeah.
So I'm Jeremiah. This is Brian. As you can see, we have a green screen here, which we are very
This is live.
very proud of. I don't know if I'm okay.
Okay.
We're still working out the kinks. This is the first time we've used it. So the idea is that we can have, like, we had talked about, should we get a banner printed to go back up here, and that's like $150, and we were like, well, we can pick up a green screen for $9 online, and then do this. And yeah, I mean, look at this stuff.
It's amazing. I don't know.
Why not?
Bane.
But the idea is here, we're going to take a photo of the set and then, like, as if we're on the set, and then we can, like, superimpose graphics and stuff back behind us and banners. But probably we'll just end up doing, like, meme stuff like this. So.
All right. Do we have a banner now?
No, we don't.
Oh.
Yeah, it was too busy.
Oh.
We're at Volante Design in East Hampton, or are we? Okay, you can go to the other logo now, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. And Starlight.
And now we have the info for I think the info is over here. Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know what it says.
It's just it's the, like, orange. Have you seen the logo screen for the Anime Boston? It's like it's orange and it's got, like, a bento box on it and it's got the dates. It's that.
There we go.
So we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about Anime Boston and what's going on with that. It's probably going to be a pretty short stream, and then we're going to talk about what Brian has on here, which is the Beast's Embrace sweater, which the license for is running out in 5 weeks.
Oh, we
too far. Are we out of focus?
Oh, no, never mind. That just
What?
the other way.
Oh, back up.
Yeah.
He's giving us directions, and apparently they're not the best directions.
stage back. I don't know.
Anyway, so let's talk about the Beast Embrace first, and then we'll pivot to Anime Boston. So, Beast Embrace is how familiar are you with?
Well, I played Bloodborne. So this was from the Bloodborne collection
Okay.
From Software. We also had the Hunter's Garb, if everybody remembers the Hunter's Garb trench, and then also the vest. Both of which were very popular, but we aren't making those right now. So we aren't making those anymore.
Yeah.
But those were all from the same license with Bloodborne and From Software. So
Yeah, Sony apparently has they're pretty specific about their licensing stuff. So I know that, like, licenses run out a little differently, or they want you to sort of re-up in a different way. So we've had a ton of people ask us about our Bloodborne things. Do you know, Haley, do we still have a license with them, just not for these products anymore?
So we're in talks with a new contract, but nothing has been signed yet.
Okay, yes. Thank you. So, in case you didn't hear, we're in talks for a new contract, but nothing has been settled yet. So, we are basically trying to make room for possibly more Bloodborne things. I know at PAX I heard, like, probably literally 30 people ask about the Beast Hunter, like the...
right, either the Hunter's Garb, which was the 3/4 length,
that's
or the Beast Hunter, which,
Yes.
if everybody remembers, and I'm sure they do, the really long Gothic one that we had right before that.
Yeah.
So everyone knows that sort of long Gothic wax trenches are sort of in our wheelhouse. So, we always have something cycling through like
Yeah, that was very popular. We had so many people ask, when's it coming back? When's it coming back? Well, can't say anything definitive, but I think after we sort of make room for some of the stuff, so we're trying to move these out. They take up space. They're kind of along the wall in the warehouse, and then hopefully that will make room for more things and for possibly newer things in the future. David and Willow are actually at
licensing expo. They actually just left for licensing expo, I believe, today. So they are.
Yeah. So what happens? What happens at licensing? Now that we're sort of talking about Bloodborne licensing, are you? I'm not super familiar. I know that like in broad strokes they talk to people about licenses, but is it like meetings in offices or?
I don't know what I don't think it's like a PAX Expo.
Okay.
But I think it's a little bit more formal, a little bit more business oriented, where they're going to be I'm assuming they're going to be talking with the marketing people from the various companies and then discussing, this is what we can offer. This is, working out those kind of deals. It's not something I've been really privy to, but, just from my sort of understanding of how the marketing world works.
I know that David brought the new sample for the.
Thing that,
Yeah, we announced it. People know about it. It was on Twitter. The Strange New Worlds.
Okay.
Coat.
Okay. Yes.
So David actually had a working again. Maybe that's not the right word. I don't want to use the word finished either because like it's probably not finished. But prototype. Thank you. There is like an approval process. It's got to go. So even when you have a license, the licensors want to take a look at, is this item something that we want to be behind, or do you need to make some changes to it? I know with the Devil May Cry coats, for example, they wanted some like color changes, and they had some specifics that they were sort of interested in maybe changing or talking about changing. So
right, and to anybody that's kind of visited us at the booth, all of our stuff, regardless of licensing it, is an original design. But we work with them to come up with an agreement somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, actually, I saw somebody. I think it was a comment on Twitter. Someone was like, "Is this a screen replica or a screen copy?" And David said, "No, they're not. They're inspired by. Some of them are very, very close to.
Yes.
But apparently, some of the specifics of the things that are on the screen are like they're meant to look good. They're not really meant to work to wear them. So they'll have like rubber pieces glued on, or like. So really, David goes through a big process of making them look very similar to what you see on screen, but also like they're not going to fall apart when you wear it.
Correct. Yeah. Nothing we have is screen accurate, but it should really evoke that the feeling and sort of the inspiration of those particular designs.
Yeah. I think the disco jacket, the Discovery jackets are a good example of like on screen they have what look like raised sections, like they look like rubber pieces. They're probably just rubber pieces that are glued on the props department. But our coats have actual top stitching because like top stitching isn't going to fall off the way that rubber pieces would.
Right. Oh, you should have worn one of those. That would have been.
Oh, yeah.
If you were going to segue into that.
Well, I didn't really. This was a little bit. Really, we're just here to kind of like let people know we have a much larger stream coming up on Thursday. Wink, wink. Mark your calendars. There's some cool stuff coming out then.
I don't know. I won't be here.
That's true. So segue. We need like a
little segue. I mean, you can Photoshop that, right?
Probably not. No.
Oh, wow.
This is the extent of my abilities here.
So yeah, segue. So this Thursday we will be heading off for Anime Boston, and at the Heinz Convention Center, as we mentioned already. We will be at booth 400. That's 400. And for those that don't know, this one has a little bit more odd hours than sort of our other conventions. So the convention opens on Friday, and I believe the show floors for Friday are 12 noon to 7 p.m. Then Saturday it will be 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then on Sunday it is 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it ends a little bit earlier. And since that's kind of a local con, we'll be driving home after that and hopefully be home in time for dinner on Sunday. So.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what we're bringing? I know that you have mentioned that like what we bring is. I know I've heard a lot of questions from people. What we bring is typically tailored to the convention, or somewhat adjusted based on the convention.
Somewhat, mainly right now because we're still kind of getting back into the swing of things with conventions. There's going to be a lot of stuff that hasn't been at Anime Boston before. So if you saw us at PAX, we had things like the Shogun, and that's going to be making an appearance. We have the Neros. We have the Virgils, which we came out with, I think, was it 2 years ago at this point? Maybe a year? I was in California at that time, so it had been like a year and a half. So those have never seen the show except for PAX right now.
Okay. They were very popular too.
Very popular. We'll also have the Son of Spartas there. Let's see. What else?
So I know we typically bring sort of the core lineup to a lot of places.
Yes.
But I know for this you're adjusting, so like the Vanguard bracers you're bringing, and we didn't have those at PAX.
Correct. Oh yeah. So we'll have a lot of accessories. So folks that came by at PAX and were wondering, where were the hoods, the talons, and all that, and that's all going to be making an appearance.
There were quite a few people that were wondering.
There
too.
were.
Yeah.
They're all going to be making an appearance. The Obies will actually be making their first appearance at a show.
All right.
I believe David had one.
Both versions?
No.
Oh, one of them's not finished, is it?
No, they're all sold.
Oh, are they?
Yes,
Okay.
the feminine cut ones that we did they're all accounted for and sold. The only reason they're sitting there is because they're packaged with something else.
Wow. Okay.
So, but we have all the first version, I guess the first iteration. I don't know if you want to call it the men's version, but it's a little bit more square and not.
It's got the extra like straps, or the straps a little bit different on it, and
It's slightly
looks
different.
somewhat
cut.
different.
Yeah. But functionally, it's still the same. It's a really cool piece. I bought one, so I'll have mine on. But yeah, we're bringing several of those. All the hoods, all the arm guards and bracers. I think that's kind of the extent of
Okay.
our accessories.
Cool.
But yeah, we have a pretty solid lineup. All our long coats for the men's right now.
Yeah.
Um,
So if you didn't get a chance to come out to PAX, come hang out. So we're gonna do. I know that we are gonna do a little bit more of like a media presence. So if you don't have a chance to come out, I know we have some things in the works for like some setup videos and some walkthrough videos, just to give you a good idea. So if you've never been before and maybe you've been kind of on the fence about coming, we'll have some media there. So maybe if you see it on like the first 2 days and you want to drop by and check it out on the last day, I'm gonna be there on Saturday, I think is what it looks like.
yeah,
right now.
like midday, something like that.
Were y'all planning on doing? I know that live streams were kind of in that depends on like how busy we are, or
We may not be able to do a live stream during the show. Again, we haven't been to Anime Boston in 2 years, just like you haven't been to Anime Boston in 2 years. But obviously you can see we're kind of expanding the sort of things that we're trying to do. So yeah, we are going to kind of play around with that. And as Jeremiah said, he's going to be there on Saturday. But so
I'm gonna-
swing on by. You might get on camera. I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna be there to take photos. We're gonna. So if you've been to our other conventions and you've ever wanted to maybe like tell people about your purchase or let them know what it's like there, we're gonna be shooting some short videos for testimonials. If you really want to like come out and let people know, hey, this is what it's like. That's what I'm gonna be there for is to shoot photos and videos of folks, and then sort of like just get the word out there of what it's like. I think I've heard from quite a few people like, this is my first convention. I didn't really know what it was like. So hopefully we can show people this is what it's like. We don't bite. Come try things on. People also were there. It amazed me. Like people were like, oh, can I try things on? And we're like, yes, that's what
Yes,
we're here for.
we would like to put you in this now.
So we just want to show people, hey, please come try things on. Please come hang out, talk to us. There will be enough people there to talk to you. We're not in a rush. Like that's what we're there for, is to give you a good like overview of what we have and hopefully find something that you really like. So,
Yeah, we want to pull the curtain back a little bit. We realize like there's a lot of stuff like the show setup. Yeah. Oh, the green screen. Oh gosh, this is where it gets weird.
okay, is that on the screen?
I think that's got to be really weird. I hope we're recording this. I want to see this
Is
later.
my leg cut off whenever I put it here?
No.
I don't know how green screens work. I have to be 100% honest.
It's magic.
I just looked up a video on YouTube and did it in like 3 minutes yesterday, but apparently it's working okay. So
Yeah.
I may be a genius. No. So Anime Boston this weekend.
Pull back the curtain. We're gonna do some behind the scenes kind of stuff. Booth setup and all that kind of fun. Not this curtain. The theoretical curtain.
the metaphorical curtain.
Yeah, metaphorical. Thank you. Not the actual.
Although we have some literal curtains that in the booth.
Yeah, but then we do that, and then the people on the other side of the booth are like, "Dude,
What are you doing? And then all of our stuff kind of like falls out on the floor. It's a whole thing.
yeah."
By like the last day of the convention, everyone's got like Dunkin' Donuts cups and like energy. You have like a pack of Red Bulls like stuffed underneath the bottom where cough drops.
So Haley, do we have any questions?
We do have questions. Someone asked, will you guys be doing a booth at Kineticon this year?
We will. I don't have that information directly in front of me, but we will be doing that. That is kind of a home turf for us. So you will see.
That's like 30 minutes down the road, 45 minutes down the road. It's pretty close to.
Yeah, you actually will see a surprising cast of characters there, because we since it's so close, a lot of us tend to do that one and cycle through. So yeah, we're definitely doing Kineticon.
And then someone asked, what is the sizing like in the sweater? Does it relate to our jacket sizes?
Yes, so what is the sizing of the sweater? Just in case, I think you get picked up, but what is the sizing of the sweater and does it relate to the jacket sizing? So, I mean, everything kind of relates to everything else, sizing-wise. Like, they're
Yes.
typically chest measurements.
So I don't remember,
Shoulder
what size is this one? Where's the...
That one's so these are in like slash sizes. This is a 37/39.
Right, and I typically wear an actual 37 or 39 depending on how I like to fit. So I would say it's fairly accurate. One thing to note that because this is a knitted material, it's got a lot more stretch.
Yeah.
So it will have a little bit more variance in terms of like body size and bio style that you fit. But I typically will wear a 37 to 39 style size jacket.
Yeah, and if y'all are, we've spin around, it's got kind of a, if you're not familiar with the sweater, it's got this sort of, I don't even know what you would call this. Like, what, do you know? Key, do you know what this is called? Like this, it's like, the stitch pattern is different. I guess like the stitch pattern is different, and so there's like a design.
Yeah, so the way that it's been knit is just a little bit different. You can see
Okay.
the difference.
It's a stylistic choice.
So it gives this really interesting, like almost like a suggestion of a design. But like when you're up close to it, you can really see it. But maybe from a distance, you like it doesn't pop out the way that like contrasting colors would. So yeah, I think that's something. And then it's obviously it's kind of like the edges are sort of interestingly done on it. I mean, it's Bloodborne
Yeah.
license.
So and as much as this is an unfinished edge, I know they're like, oh gosh, just wrap it up. But
Hey, I asked you if you wanted to be on stream.
The background on Instagram is really funny.
uh-oh. Did you change it? Did someone change it?
Did we mess it up?
No, it just looks funny.
Oh man, I really hope David and Willow are still in here. I can't see this.
Hey man, this is quality content. What are you talking about?
It's true.
So if you these do have the actual licensed Bloodborne labels on them as
Correct. These are licensed.
Yeah.
These are licensed. So these are the last of the products that we have with that particular IP.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people were like interested in the actual labeling, especially with the Assassin's Creed stuff. These do have the little design and logo, and you know they are licensed. And I don't know if some people buy them as like a collector's item, or I mean I know people do. So yeah, you could definitely do that.
Any more questions?
Nope.
We
All
don't
right.
have anybody watching anymore. They
Cool.
all just tuned it out.
Thank you for joining us. So, Anime Boston,
Anime Boston.
be there or don't be there. I don't know what the saying is. Beast Embrace sweater. Please get one if you want one. It's literally your last chance to buy one. If you don't buy one, we're gonna pile them all up and set them on fire. I think Willow told me that. I don't know. We're actually gonna put them all on David. I mean, we're all gonna put them like. If you've seen the video where people like how many sweaters, we're gonna have a contest to see how many we can get on David. I'm doing the opposite of selling it because I would want to see that honestly. We're not gonna do that. I lied.
Jeremiah will no longer be showing up in Anime Boston, and as a matter of fact, we now have a new posting for.
It's been a long day, and this jacket is really hot. So I'm freaking out a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
that's all. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see everybody Thursday.